Hi Etienne. So Etienne, you're the CPO of your CPO. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, you're CPO of Sharalike. Could you tell me in a couple of sentences what is Sharalike about?
So Sharalike, basically, it's a new services that we develop for both web and mobile that help people to organize their tsunami of pictures, their mess of pictures. So what we do is that we take you 300 pictures that you took during your holidays, and we make them 100 or 150 by recognizing which pictures are similar, sorting them automatically through some algorithms that we developed. And then we let you create in a couple of seconds some beautiful animation that you can share with your friends and family on Twitter, Facebook, or whatsoever.
Yeah, there is something which seems to be a little bit old-fashioned for me when you're describing that environment. I think it's like déjà vu. Could you tell me what is so disruptive, so different?
So the big change and the big innovation that we did with Sharalike is the technology we use to create those animations. And the way to get to an animation. So usually if you look at the classic process that you will get with some other video editing tools, you will have to first select the picture that you want to use, select the video footage that you want to use, put them together, choose the order, choose your music, and then process them. And usually that processing part can take like half an hour, 1 hour, whatever. It's pretty long. So what we did is that we completely changed that and we find a new technology. We use HTML5 technology to render on the fly this animation. So basically what we do is that we take your pictures. First of all, we help you to sort them automatically. So you get with your raw picture, we find the best one, and then we animate them with HTML, JavaScript, and CSS to make them beautifully animated. We use the music, we analyze the beat of the music so that we can put the animation right on the beat of the music. And that makes a big change because now instead of waiting 20 minutes to see the result of your change, you just wait a couple of seconds, either on your phone or on the web.
So it's a big matter of performance.
It's a big matter of performance. It's also a matter of, like before, you used to need like a very performant computer to be able to render such video file. Now we realize that the computer that people have, the device that they are powerful enough to render this animation on the fly. And that's what we take advantage of. Instead of taking the processing on the server side and on our side, we put the processing on the device and on the user side.
Come on, just one more question about that Facebook thing, look back. Could you tell me, how do you react to it?
It was really really funny because when we saw that, we were like, wow, that looks very similar to what we do. And then we saw all those people sharing their Facebook look back on their wall, and we were like, wow, that's completely confirmed what we thought. Like, people are looking for that. They're looking for a nice way to share their memories, to share their picture, some animated ways. And then we started to read some article about how Facebook did it, and actually they spent 6 weeks to set up their server in order to be able to render those hundreds of millions of videos. So they spent thousands of millions of dollars in server to do that, when actually with the technology that we developed, they could have done that on the device of the user, and that would have cost them nothing. So that was pretty funny to see that Facebook shows their muscle, did it like the hard way, when they could have done it maybe a bit smarter, using HTML5 technology and the type of technologies that we develop at Sharalike.
Etienne, it's now a year and something we work together, I guess. Could you make me a short assessment about our collaboration? How do you feel it, and how did you handle it at the time?
So Pentalog, we've been working since the beginning on Sharalike with Pentalog. Initially we were in Boston and we were looking for resources here in Boston, and we are struggling. Finding good resources in Boston at affordable price was almost a mission impossible. So we got introduced to you and started to work with some team in Yash and with the Pentalog Institute. And from the beginning we got a good feeling, and we decided to start the project with you. So we started at the beginning, I remember, with 4 people, mainly on the back end. And since we've grown the team to 6, then we reduced it to 3 people, then we went back to 4 again. So what I really like with the experience that we had with Pentalog is, one, the flexibility, so the capability to get resources pretty quickly when we needed them, the expertise that was available, so when we were struggling with one particular topics, we could have access to experts and people who could help us to solve those technical roadblocks, and also the commitment of people. I mean, we are working with you, and you are a supplier for us, but the people that we have in our team and the people that are working with us in Yash are completely part of the team, and that's really important for me. I mean, they are super committed. They stay up late at night when we have issue, and they lead the project as we do. And that was really important for me in terms of it's more than a relationship between a client and a supplier. For me, they are completely part of the team, and that's really key.
Okay, Etienne, the last question, which is very developer-oriented. Could you describe the entire stack of Sharalike?
So the stack is pretty deep. We use mainly Java on the backend for all the image processing, the algorithm, and the different calculations that we need to do. Then we have a service-oriented architecture that are distributing the services between those different components using RabbitMQ. And we use mainly in terms of database MongoDB and MySQL. And on the front-end side, it's mainly based on the backbone architecture, and we are using a lot of HTML5, JavaScript, CSS, Canvas, and so on to render all those animations beautifully. So that's a pretty deep stack, fairly complex architecture. But the good thing is that we build it with senior architects so that it's scalable, and now we are ready to handle some load.